guys. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing better than I am. I've been living with some regrets lately. I did something a few months ago that I've regretted ever since. And I'm annoyed because it's something I told myself I was never going to do. I didn't plan on it to happen. And a few months ago, I just woke up one day and turned 30. And life has been one kick in the dick ever since. Anybody here, just to have a feel for you guys, anybody here like hit their 30s recently? Yeah. I guess. Somebody's 40. How do you guys feel? You guys feel like adults yet, or? No. All right, cool. Well, that's my kind of crowd. Yeah, I'm pissed because I had a plan. I had everything lined up for when I turned 30. I knew exactly where I was going to be, with who. It was great. I was going to be rich. Don't laugh. I was going to be rich, living in a mansion, be married to a beautiful woman, playing in the NBA. That was my plan. Fuck you guys. Don't laugh at my dreams. This was the plan. Okay? As it turns out, what happened was none of that. Not a single bit of that happened. I live with a stranger I met on the internet in Queens, and that's about it. I heard people say that by the time you hit 30, you learn a lot about yourself. I have. I've learned quite a bit about myself. Unfortunately, the things I've learned don't feel like the kind of things that really benefit your life at all. For example, I learned that I think my mom lied to me my whole life about my growth spurt happening any day now. I also learned recently that at a certain point, your friends stop finding stories about you shitting your pants funny, and they start to view them as medically concerning. The most recent thing I learned about myself, though, I learned that I am fucking terrible at being 30. I am not good at it. And mine, I just got good at being 21. Do you guys know what a wide gap that is? It doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up after a night of living on Fireball and ecstasy, and then go and talk to an accountant about your 401k. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what a 401k is. Or what an accountant does, if I'm being honest, I don't. Luckily, I live in New York where it's normal for people to feel this way at my age. All my friends back home in Indiana, they're real adults. They've got houses and kids and shit and jobs. I like going back to see them because I like to see their kids. I do. I like my friends' kids quite a bit. I think, if I'm being honest, I like my friends' kids more than I like my friends. And that's no offense to my friends, they're great people. I just have more in common with their kids these days, my friend Adam has a son, I wasn't going to say his name. He has a son, and his son and I, we have so much in common. We are both super easily distracted. We, both nap quite a bit. We both probably shit our pants in the last 6 months. Probably. I can only speak for one of us. And I love my friends' kids. They're great. My friends see me interact with their kids, and I'm great with kids, believe it or not. And they love to say things like, "Oh, you'd make such a great dad," or "You should think about having kids." Now, I think I can comfortably speak for everybody in this room when I say I am in no way qualified to have kids. So let's unpack that. You make a great dad. My experience with kids is pretty much limited to running around playing games and having fun. Looking at me thinking that I would be a good dad is like looking at your high school gym teacher thinking he should be the principal. Okay, it seems harmless on paper, and then you end up in detention and you do 2 hours of push-ups. Now the parents complain. The other one, let's talk about that. You should think about having kids. I'll be honest with you guys, I'll let you know on a secret. I do think about having kids. I do. The same way that I think about getting a DUI. Better not. And honestly, they're very similar experiences, They're both really fucking expensive. They're both pretty good indications that you're not too concerned about being safe. And most of the time they can be avoided by having 2 fewer drinks when you go out. One thing I've noticed recently about kids and DUIs is people tend to react the same way to both of them. I've learned all my New York friends, you can talk to them about a pregnancy or driving drunk. They're like, I would never, I could not, that is so irresponsible. No. All my friends in the Midwest are like, what's one more? I will say, I don't want you guys to think I'm anti-kid, I'm not. I will just say, DUI, you can make disappear in a few years. Kid, not so much. You're going to have some questions to answer. We're having fun. Before I go, I want to tell you guys a story. I had something sad happen on the way here. Really sad story. Which I tell. You want to have a comedy show on a sad story, right? So I'm on the train on the way here. I'm sitting there listening to music, and there's a homeless man sitting across from me. And he's holding a bottle of water in one hand. He's got a sign in the other hand that says, "All you see is all I have." It's pretty heavy, right? It's also not the sad part. I am watching this guy, and he goes to take a drink from his water, and I notice he's drinking a bottle of Fiji water. And for a brief moment, I think to myself, you know what? Good for this guy. He reached for the top shelf. And I was happy for him for about 2 seconds until I took a drink from my water and realized that I'm drinking a fucking Dasani. Bad enough, but I felt like he noticed it too, because he looks at me, looks down at my water, looks back at me, goes, and then shoves his water while making direct eye contact. I promise, look, I know everybody in this room is going through shit, you've all experienced shit, I get that, but I promise you have never known sadness until you have endured the judgmental stare of a homeless man who realizes that he has more expensive taste than you. I'm also, I'll take you guys out.